Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney Justice for all, not some, all. Last time we started the trial of the third chapter? Yeah, where Ben Woodman took the stage to try and incriminate Max Galactica. But we found some holes in his argument, and yeah, we thought we were doing pretty good, but Francisca appears to have another witness up her sleeve. Let's continue on. Sweetie, you have to believe me. I didn't go anywhere near that crime scene. So then, where were you when the murder took place? We talked about it yesterday, remember? I was in the ringmaster's room. And while you were there, it was the ringmaster who left the room, right? Exactly. He told me to wait in the room because he would be right back. That's when the ringmaster headed to the scene of the crime, right? That's what it seems like. But the ringmaster must have been wearing Max's costume, right? Oh, sweetie, I just remembered. I went straight to the ringmaster's room still dressed in my stage clothes. But when I got there, I went ahead and took the costume off. Which means... it means that the ringmaster could have taken his costume and went out looking like Max. Why? Why? Why would he wish to do that? And then I'm noticing the feather thing again, but why? Why would the ring? What was the ringmaster hoping to accomplish if this did happen? I don't know. Fabulous. That's a fabulously possible possibility. Well done, Nick. No, it's stupid. What? Why? What was the purpose? Oh, okay. However, sweetie, why would the ringmaster want to dress up like me? Isn't that a bit strange? Thank you. If you think about it, all they found at the crime scene was my silk hat. What about my cloak? Where did that go? Double, Wow, Max, I never thought of that. You should be a detective or something. Well, I was never quite sure what to be when I grew up. Magician or president. You have no idea how hard it was to make a decision. That's really cool. Fabulous. Mystery just keeps getting deeper. I'm very confused as to, like, everything that's going on now. Like, nothing makes sense. Now that everyone is back, let's get started. The court is now back in session. Ms. Von Karma, please proceed with the prosecution's case. Very well. I will now call my next witness. A pitiful clown with the unfortunate distinction of having seen the entire thing. Will Mr. Lawrence Curls please take the stand? Why did she just call him a pitiful clown? The witness will state his name and occupation for the court record. She about to hit him with the whip. Yep, there we go. Oh my god, was he doing the opening to Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? I'm kind of mad that auto, like, advanced. I am actually kind of mad about that. Alright, whatever. Name and occupation. Will the witness please inform the court why he is speaking autobiographical gibberish? I'm sorry. I'm just not used to being in court. I've never been in a courtroom in my life. I wasn't quite sure what joke is best suited to this sort of occasion. What in the world are you talking about? You're in a grand hall of justice, not some comedy club. Let's just move on. Since it's easy to see your occupation, please state your name for the court. Oh yeah, maybe this joke is okay. Mom, do I have to wear pants? The sign only says no shirts, no shoes, no service. Okay. How about this? Have you met my proctologist, Dr. Seymour Butts? How was that one? Francisco, please hit him with your whip again. Thank you. Why can't you just do that? Just continue with the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air like remix. Don't do jokes. Just do that. Your name. Lawrence Curls, professional funny man, also known as Mo the Clown. You witnessed the scene at around 10:15 p.m. the day of the murder. Correct. Yes, it is. Very well, Mr. Curls. Will you please testify to what you saw that evening? A rabbi, a priest, and a Rastafarian walked to this plaza. Without the humor, please. Okay. Aw, poor Mo can't be his normal stoogey self in court. That didn't stop all these other stooges. Looks directly at Dick Gumshoe. What you witnessed? I know. I'm not the greatest comedian in the world. I haven't been able to make people laugh for 10 years. No matter what I say, all I get in return is a vacant stare and polite applause. Since no one ever laughs at my jokes, I have taken to laughing at them myself. It's a bad habit, but hey, at least I'm trying. Imagine my predicament. I'm a clown who can't make people laugh. I'm almost useless. But I keep trying. I even tried to come up with jokes just for today. But this atmosphere is very nerve-wracking. I decided to try making everyone laugh. Seriously, everyone, what do you think of me? How am I doing? Okay then, great testimony there. I know, right? Aren't we the ones supposed to be asking the questions here? Witness? Huh? We will listen to your call for help after the court proceedings are over. Thus, please stick with the facts of this case. Really? You'll really hear me out? Well, I'll make sure that one of my staff will be your straight man later. Thank you, I can't wait. Poor Gumshoe. Now that that's settled, shall we begin once again with the testimony? Of course we can. I'll talk for as long as you want. Okay then. Night of the murder, after practice was over, I went straight back to my room. You have no idea how tired I was that night. I was pooped. I thought I'd go straight to sleep, but before I did, I glanced out the window. That's when I saw two silhouettes. They were a bit far away though. It was the ringmaster, and he was with Max, who was wearing his cloak. I kept watching them, and all of a sudden, Max clunked the ringmaster over the head. That's very interesting. If this eyewitness account is to be believed, I have enough to pass judgment right now. What? Okay then. Of course you can. There is no way this account can be criticized. However, the witness is a bit, how do you say, off-kilter. Almost like he has some sort of atmosphere of guilt surrounding him. Okay then! That must be because of my insincere smile. Mr. Wright, please begin the defense's cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Nick, you've got to find some kind of contradiction in his testimony. I know that. Mr. Wright, Your Honor, I'm afraid that if you push the witness too far, it would bring disaster upon the court. Thus, I sincerely hope you are not going to engage in pointless saber rattling. Saber rattling. Also, what? I understand, Your Honor. If you cause this clown to stray from the facts, I'll hold you responsible. How am I responsible? I'm not the one with the corny jokes. Wait, does this mean I'm going to take damage if he goes off subject? What? What? Hopefully I remember to mute that coughing fit. Alright, you have no idea how tired I was that night. I was pooped. Thought I'd go straight to sleep. Before I did, I glanced out the window. That's when I saw two silhouettes. They were a bit far away, though. Far away, you say? If you had to say exactly, how far away were they? Let me think about that for a second. If my room is here, and they looked about yay big, I'd say they were about 30 feet from my window. Just 30 feet? That's not far at all. It was snowing that night, and it cut down on visibility. I see. Please continue with your testimony regarding the two shadows that you saw. Alright, 30 feet away. Okay, but low visibility? How'd you even know this? Like, you'd say you clearly saw this, even though you were, by your own admission, far away. That's right. I have been thinking about it over and over since that night. But things didn't really make sense until I spoke with the prosecutor, Miss Von Karma. But now I am 100% certain that it was Max and the Ringmaster that I saw that night. Just think about it. How could I be wrong if Max is always wearing his uppity symbols? Uppity symbols? Lawyers nowadays, do you even have to go to school anymore to be one? Alright, everyone knows what to do all together. Oh god, no. Say it with Uncle Mo. Damn. Rejected. See what I mean? It's always like this. The crowd never wants to go along with me. I must really be utterly and completely worthless as a clown. Yowza! Enough foolishness, get back on track. Will the witness please testify as to what he saw, and only what he saw? You say you saw the Ringmaster get clonked over the head. Yes, I did. It's the climax of my story. He really does enjoy the completely random non sequitur. What would you say the victim was struck with? You mean weapon? I have no idea. A weapon wasn't found at the murder scene, right? No. You did say you saw the entire thing, didn't you? Well, yeah, I suppose I did. Wait, no I didn't. I didn't see a weapon. Mo, did you or did you not see the crime of murder committed that night? Objection! I will not permit you to harass my witness in this manner. You would better have an excellent reason for attacking this poor clown. Like you have done twice today? Okay, alright. If you don't, you know what is waiting for you. A nice penalty. Why? Why is that so much of my health? What? What the frick? What is going on here? Wasn't that a bit melodramatic? So will it be then, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Do you have any clear basis to believe that my witness did not see the crime? Ah! And then they're going to ask me to present like, I have reason to believe that he's not telling the truth, but when they ask me to present something, I don't know what I would present. Because stuff just doesn't seem right. Like, he's up here saying, oh yeah, I saw everything. Oh, but I didn't see what he struck him with. And, the visibility was kind of, low. But, it was Max. He was wearing his cloak. Screw it. I'll just go through everything else right now. Right now, I don't have a clear basis to be thinking that. Then this is just another one of your pointless efforts to badger my witness. I'm sorry, what? Please, Judge, stop her. Thank you. Oh my god. Thank you. What the frick? That's right, what he said. Bailed out by the judge. What an honor indeed. We must penalize Mr. Wright for his display. What? Oh, okay. Verbal censure would be best. Huh? You know the rules, Mr. Wright. There is no room for baseless hounding in this car. What the what? What? me the other day? I don't even remember. Oh my god. Why can't this have, like, a consult the script thing like Danganronpa? Oh my god. What is happening? No, that's... no. Okay, I'm just gonna press on everything. You'd say that practice wrapped up around 10 p.m., correct? See, that's the thing. Huh? How exactly am I supposed to make a joke about 10 p.m.? Now, 8 o'clock, that's something a clown can riff off of. Let's just pretend it was 8 o'clock. That way I can make a great joke. Let's not. Alright, Mo? What do you mean, let's not? Don't take the clown out of the clowning round. Come on, Nick. Just listen to his joke. There are 3 reasons why I don't want to. 1, I probably won't laugh. 2, I'll get hit with a penalty. 3, I'll get whipped. Will the witness just proceed with his factual testimony? You are so boring. Yeah, but I just saw how, like, this shit just went with me getting a penalty for nothing, so... I'm salty. You were pooped that night? Yes, I was very, very tired. Not to mention I had some bad Mexican food. Oh, God. What? The double cheese double bean enchilada is a dangerous menu item. What happened after that, as they say, happens. Oh, God. That one was cool, huh? Yeah, the kids really love toilet humor these days. No, just stop. That joke was so hip, I don't want to ruin it with a reply. Are you kidding me, though? What? What? What the hell is this? Huh? Okay, well, fine. I don't want to press on anything. God damn. Oh my god. Well, fine then. Yeah. The trial barely began anyway, so if I get a game over and I gotta restart, then screw it. Alright, because apparently we talked with him the other day and he said, you know, something that's contradictory, so of course I do. Of course I have grounds to make this claim. Then let's hear it. That's something I can't share with you at this time. What? So, I mean, this chapter is just completely throwing out my play style, you know. I can't press on everything. I can't, like, advance a little just to get a little information, then, you know, pull back to assess the stuff. Okay, then, fine, you know, whatever. What did you say, Mr. Wright? I know there's something wrong with this testimony, but I can't put why I feel this way into words for the judge. Maybe we should get a bit more information. Once we find something more solid, we can give it another shot. Yeah, you're right. Am I seriously up here about to rage quit frickin' Phoenix Wright? What the hell? What's going on in this chapter? So I can't press him on anything because I get... Oh my god. So I can't press him on anything or I get penalized. Both of those things gave me a penalty. Okay. Most testimony was so different. Oh my god. Well, I pressed on that and that was fine. Screw it, give me a penalty on this shit and let me get another game over. Why not? You just happened to glance out of the window? You could say that. You could also say I peeked, stared, glimpsed, peeped, eyeballed. Mr. Curls. Oh, I guess synonyms aren't allowed either. What should I do? I wonder if I should press him further on this issue. Fine, whatever. I'm gonna get a penalty anyway. Exactly why did you look out of your window that night? Why? Why? Clowns don't need a reason to look out their windows, do they? That's not what I meant. I meant that, well, when we spoke yesterday... Yeah, please refresh my memory. So I tucked myself into bed, I heard this amazing noise. It was incredibly loud. It sounded like a giant thump. Oh yeah! I forgot about that! You forgot? Your Honor, the witness looked out of his window upon hearing a loud sound. He did not just simply glance out of his window that night. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot to mention that thump, didn't I? It's not something you just forget to mention. Yeah. What she said. I believe it would be best if Mo were to revise his testimony. Safety save, because, you know... Oh my god. What is going on in this chapter? What is going on? Just... What's even the point? What was even the point of that? You're going to get a penalty no matter what. Oh my god. Just... Whatever. Very well, Mr. Curls. Please revise your testimony. This should start turning the tables in our favor. I heard a huge noise outside the window, and that's what made me take a look outside. Okay, then. What was the sound like? Well, I guess it kind of sounded like... I guess you could say... Mr. Curls, may the court remind you that humor is unnecessary. Though, how'd you know I was going to make a joke? I'm getting sick and tired of your shit, clown. I guess that the sound sounded like suppose it sounded like someone getting hit with something very hard. Yep, that's what it sounded like, honestly. Someone getting hit, huh? What then? You went to look out the window and you saw... Oh my god, what the So you heard the sound of someone getting hit... Okay, wait, what does the autopsy say? Do I have the... Yeah, I have the autopsy. Blunt force to the back of the head. Was it a single hit? Was it a single hit? I don't... Screw it, I saved. Nope, yep, okay, give me that game over. Unless I have to press on that and then he'll be like, okay, well then give me the proof, otherwise, oh, you're dead. Oh, nope, here we go, game over, okay. And I can't bring up the menu, so whatever. Let's just go ahead and get this done with. Alright, we're back on this. Let's press and see. No murder weapon was found. Didn't see a weapon. Okay. So now do I have basis to go along with this? I don't mind the game being hard or harder, but the arbitrary penalties for Mo here are just like really dumb. Like, it's just... No. Let's screw it. So what will it be then, Mr. Phoenix Wright? And I've already gone this far, so no matter what, I'm getting a penalty. So, do you have any clear basis to believe? Yeah, of course I do. Fuck it. Got a great reason to make my claim. And I suppose you'll be telling us all that great reason. Of course I will. The reason is the witness's very own testimony. What is the meaning of that, Mr. Wright? Mo said that he heard a sound like a thump of someone getting hit. He did say that. However, Mo just stated the following under oath. I kept watching them, and all of a sudden, Max clonked the ringmaster over the head. If Mo is to be believed when he says he looked out the window upon hearing a sound, there is no way he could have seen Max clonk anyone. That's... No! No, that's not where I thought you were gonna go with that. You need to say that there was only... Bring up the autopsy that there was only one wound, or one fatal blow. I don't... Okay. Fine, whatever. Mr. Curls, how do you respond to Mr. Wright's assessment? They didn't commit. These clowns escaped from a maximum security clown car. Mr. Curls, are you reciting the C-Team theme to anger this court? Oh my god, he's doing the A-Team. No, I'm just stalling for time while I jog my memory. Great job, Nick! These types of witnesses always seem to have a selective memory. You just have to peel back the layers of the clown makeup to find the truth. Is that... Are you referencing Shrek there with the whole layers of onions metaphor thing that he did? Alright. Well, you're back from your jog? Well, it pretty much happened the way I said. Pretty much. When I looked out my window that night, the ringmaster was already face down in the snow. The prosecution helped me fill in the gaps of my statement. Von Karma. Tampering with witnesses again. So, now you're saying that you did not see the defendant clonk the ringmaster? Yes. When I looked out my window, the ringmaster had already checked out. Checked out? Yep, he was on permanent vacation, as they say. Mr. Curls, Your Honor, you did not witness the actual crime. However, you still say you saw the criminal, correct? Yes, exactly. The ringmaster was slumped over and I saw someone's silhouette next to him. Very well, then please testify to the silhouette you saw. I expect the truth. Okay, but... How'd you know it's the ringmaster then? 30 feet away, low visibility. Oh my god, Alright then, fine. And yeah, I'm doing safety saves like all throughout this now, because I see how they're playing. If I even catch a hint of a joke from you, I will put you in a holding cell until you learn court etiquette. Got it? Got it, but trials only last 3 days in the Phoenix Wright universe, so okay then. The silhouette. I was a bit far away, but that shadow could only have belonged to Max. There's no doubting it, especially since I saw his uppity symbols. His silk hat, that black cloak, they were all there. His face was silhouetted, but there was no doubt that it was him. His cloak was fluttering in the wind, so I couldn't really see what he was carrying. It does seem as if the defendant was at the scene of the crime. You took your time realizing that, didn't you? Whatever, that should be enough, right? It is decisive testimony. Was Max really at the crime scene that night? He said he wasn't there. We have to keep believing that. Alright, Mr. Wright, commence your cross-examination. Though then again, part of me is kind of tempted to just scrap this attempt and start over so that I don't lose an insane amount of health over nothing. Alright. Bit far away, but that shadow could have only belonged to Max. There's no doubt in it, especially since I saw his uppity symbols. The silk hat, the black cloak, they were all there. All there? What about the white roses? You sure that is what you saw that night? Exactly what I said I saw is exactly what I saw. I got eyes like a hawk. Don't birds have terrible night vision? But that's not all I saw. You're not gonna press further on that? Oh my god. Fine, whatever. You were able to see that kind of detail from your window? Objection! There was a light near the scene of the crime. Anyone with decent eyesight should have been able to see that much. Out of curiosity, Mo, what is your eyesight like? I can see like a hawk out of my left eye, and an eagle out of my right eye. Our records say his eyesight is a perfect 20/20. That must mean he could have seen the crime scene clearly. The more we look into this matter, the more suspicious it becomes. Hey, you asked me what my eyesight was like, not what it actually was. Huh? Okay, the silk hat, the black cloak, they're all there. No doubting it, especially since it's all his uppity symbols, a bit far away, but that shadow can only belong to Max. Don't you think you are going a little overboard with how explicit you're being? That shadow belonged to Max is an awfully firm statement, don't you think? What are you getting at? I'm just saying that one of your fellow performers' life is on the line here. Are you truly 100% absolutely certain that it was Max? I'm not the kind of person who would lie about something as serious as this. I mean, you kind of already did. The silhouette I saw was Max. I'm convinced of that. It doesn't seem like he is jumping to any conclusions this time. Let's go over this again then. What makes you so sure that you saw Max that night? And no doubt in it, especially since it's all his uppity symbols. I already pressed on this. And I'm guessing he's going to say like, oh, what, you don't know? Alright everybody, let's go over it. And then nobody's going to say it with him and he's going to be sad and I'll probably get a penalty, but whatever. Trillo said the same thing. But if it was just the symbols, then even I could have been wearing them. Oh! Oh, we're actually using logic here! I didn't know that existed in this chapter. Okay then. Cool! What if someone had just taken Max's symbols and worn them? I thought of that myself. But just looking at the shape of the face I saw, it must have been Max. 30 feet away! The snow! Who cares about a street light? You saw the silhouette! You didn't see his actual face! Oh my god. You're sure of that? Such a silly little boy. He threw his entire case headlong into a trap. What? No, why are you bringing up that if you were talking about his face? What's going on? Just... Fine, whatever. Okay, well, yeah, so Mr. Perfect Vision over here, but then you the cape fluttering, you didn't see what he was carrying? It had to be something big, I guess, I don't know. So you didn't actually see what the criminal was holding. That's correct. I've been curious to know what caused that loud noise. It must have been something incredibly hard. Too bad they haven't found the murder weapon to know for sure. They claim it was a blunt object. At least it says so in the autopsy report. With Trillo's testimony and now Mo's, it really seems like Max is the killer. Nick, you gotta find a contradiction in this. It's not going to be enough. What? I have to prove that Mo saw someone other than Max that night. That's the only thing that will help. I've got to do it. How? 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 What? How? I don't know. I pressed on everything. Like, yes, I pressed on this. We got the whole, like, vision thing. Yeah. I don't know. Do I really have to present this to say that, like, you might have seen everything, but you didn't see the... Screw it. I'm safety save here. I don't even care anymore. So... Am I gonna have to say that, like... This thing has all of his symbols? You only brought up the hat and the cloak. What about the roses? Maybe. Well, the music stopped. I guess I'm right. You say you saw all of Max's uppity symbols. I suppose so. The silk hat and the cloak, right? Mo, everyone knows that Maximilian Galactica has 3 uppity symbols. 3 symbols? Yay! Everyone get ready! Oh my god. All together now. Silk hat, cloak, white roses. Are we gonna have to do this every single freaking time? Who cares if he knew that there were 3 or not? He saw what he saw, and he saw the symbols. He just forgot to mention 1. Isn't that right, Mo? Do you like pie? I love pie. Oh my god. Silence, fool. You are to respond with the whole truth, no fractions. That was not a fraction. That was... Okay, fine. Fine. Alright. Yeah, okay, cool. Alright. Order! Order! Mo, you didn't see the roses, did you? To be honest, there wasn't any roses on the person I saw. The crime scene was dark. It's obvious it was too dark to see that kind of detail. But the witness said he was able to see the silhouette of the criminal's face. Not to mention that the roses are white. There's no way he could have missed them. Then the roses must have fallen off when the defendant assaulted the victim. If that was the case, then the police would have found them near the crime scene. Mr. Wright, are these white roses truly material to the facts of this case? Clearly not. He's just toying with this court. Well, she seems to be... Yeah, she's panicking, so... Yeah, I got her on the ropes now. Whenever there's a nugget of truth, it always seems to peek out at me, then run away. Someone is toying with the court, but it's not me. Your Honor, do you recall Trillo's testimony? There's no way I can mistake someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols. How can you mistake someone with that crazy getup and his nose stuck up so high? How could you mistake someone wearing such a snobby 3-piece getup? Trillo saw them all. Trillo saw all 3 of Max's symbols. However, this witness claims there were no white roses on the person he saw. There's obviously... Oh, absolutely no doubt that this is a contradiction. Now, what am I supposed to think? One is supposed to disregard the pointless, but this... Judge, forget the roses. Think about his other testimony. The witness has stated without a doubt that he saw Maximilian Galactica. Nothing else matters. Let's wrap up this case now. Or wrap this case up now. Your Honor, it may be trivial, but there should still be doubt lingering in your mind. Frankly, I have my doubts about this witness. It seems that, unlike wine, the witness has not grown more mature with age. I'm not mature? I've come to a conclusion. I'm 99% certain that this witness saw the defendant. However, my remaining 1% of doubt is quite reasonable. Which means that for my peace of mind, I'm going to request a bit more testimony. What? If there are no contradictions in this next statement, I'm prepared to issue a ruling. A ruling? Nick, this is your last chance. You know what that means? My ass is doing a safety save. I passed this. Alright, no doubt in my mind that there were no white roses that night. Excuse me. Yep. Alrighty then. However, all the other symbols were there. I'm equally sure of that. Especially the silk hat. There's no way I can forget seeing the decorations on it. He was wearing it the entire time that he was on the scene. Mr. Wright, you got one last chance at this. Just one chance. I will not allow even the slightest hint of battering against this witness. What is this chapter? If you are going to prove to me there's a contradiction with Mr. Curl's statement, you better have at least a shred of evidence to back up your accusations. Only got a single shot at this. I've got to be careful. I understand, Your Honor. One chance is all I will need. Damn! Like, what? Is this the final chapter of the game? I don't... Okay, no white roses, however all the other symbols were there. Especially the silk hat. There was no way I could forget seeing the decorations on it. He was wearing it the entire time that he was on the scene. Is this where the feather thing is going to come into play? Because I still think that's a thing. Mo, be honest. What? What? I can't even press? Oh my god. Okay. One moment. Huh. Boy, this trial. So I only get one shot. I gotta present something. I can't even press him. Thank you. All the other symbols were there. You can be sure of it. Especially the silk hat. No way I can forget seeing the decorations on it. He was wearing it the entire time that he was on the scene. So then how was it recovered then? Why was it left there then? This wouldn't happen to be the silk hat you saw that night, would it? Yep, that's it. That's the hat he was wearing that night. No question in your mind. Exactly. How would one mistake a thing like that? I see. Is there some sort of problem, Mr. Wright? Miss Von Karma. Where exactly was the silk hat found? Must you always ask these questions? It was found at the crime scene. The crime scene. That means the silk hat fell off at the crime scene. However, the witness clearly testified to the contrary. The witness stated that he was wearing it the entire time that he was on the scene. Order! 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 Mr. Curls! Yes, Your Honor? What is the meaning of all of this? You are old enough to know better than to behave like this in court. Hey, that's just not right. That's so harsh. What's not right here is your eyesight and your memory, amongst other things. Why are you being so mean to me? What did I do? Aside from lie under oath in a court of law. Let me guess, you just didn't like my jokes or something, right? You didn't have to go and insult my eyesight or my memory. They're both great. Seriously, why? Just because you're sitting above me doesn't mean okay. And now he's crying. What is going on? Enough of these childish outbursts, Mr. Curls. Who do you think you are? I saw him. I swear I saw him. It was Max. Even if he didn't have his roses, he was still wearing his dumb silk hat. I'm telling the truth. He's turned into a bratty little kid. It's pitiful, isn't it? He left the scene wearing that dumb silk hat. He was there. He left the scene. What's the matter, Nick? There's something I've been mulling over for a while now. Mo? What do you want? You just said that he left the scene. Exactly how did the murderer leave the scene of the crime? What? He went... What do you mean, how did he leave the scene? You can't ask me that. Objection! Mr. Phoenix Wright is badgering the witness, Your Honor. This witness's testimony is so full of holes, Miss Von Karma's protest is useless. You've got a point. Let's hear what the witness has to say on this matter. Is that alright with you, little guy? Don't talk to me like I'm a little baby. Besides, what kind of stupid question is how did he leave the crime scene? The answer's obvious. He just turned around and walked away. That's what I expected you'd say. You sure that's how it happened? Huh? I'm not sure I know exactly where you're going with this. Lawyers nowadays sure do love to harp on the smallest things. Do you have any proof to counter his story as to how the criminal left the scene? Yeah. No footprints. No footprint, but let me make sure, because you never know with this chapter. I'm so salty right now. Oh, goodness gracious golly. Gee willikers. Look at this picture. Look at this photograph. The problem is the footprints in the snow. Footprints? In this photo, we can clearly see the footprints of the victim. However, where are the criminal's footprints? They aren't there. So, Mo, exactly how did the criminal escape the scene? Your Honor, this witness has already proven that his testimony is completely unreliable. I move to strike all of this witness's testimony from the court record. I agree. This clown's testimony is as rickety as the clown car he came to court in. Wait just a second! You guys can't just ignore everything I've said. Fine, I'll tell you the truth this time. You wait a second. I think you've said more than enough for today. That didn't hurt. I'm sick and tired of listening to you anyways. I'll give you the real deal this time, I swear. I don't know why, but I get the feeling things are going to get worse before they get better. Mr. Lawrence Curls. Yes? The testimony you've provided up until now has been false? It hasn't been false, I haven't lied, it's just... It's just what? It's just I was a bit confused on the bit about the criminal leaving the scene. Especially since Von Karma and her whip told me not to talk about what I really saw. Order! Order, I will have order. Franziska Von Karma, how could you? Your Honor, if you had heard the truth from this witness, you would have exactly the same opinion as I have. What opinion is that? It's not funny. That's enough out of you. I'm going to listen to what he has to say. Something tells me I should probably safety save right here. Alrighty then. Now then, let's hear the truth about what you say you saw. Ha! You're not going to believe this, but it's all true, I tell you. Try not to waste our time with your idiotic drivel. Alright, the truth. Can't we just throw him in prison for contempt of court already? Now it's time for our next segment, Mo Knows. Everything that I've said up until now has been the truth. When I looked out the window, the ringmaster was down and Max was standing above him. He wasn't wearing his white roses, but he was wearing the silk hat. That's when I saw he... Wow. But then there should still be footprints where he was standing. Alright, this is the truth now. Get ready for it. He flew. He jumped up and flew through the air. He flew right off and disappeared into the darkness. That's why there were no footprints. Flying people don't leave footprints. I told you it wasn't funny. Do you believe me now? Well, that was, how you put this into words? Maximilian Galactica is a world-class magician. But to leave the scene of a crime by flying, there's no way that actually happened. You're right. Why is she right? You believe the other witnesses? Why don't you believe me? Especially since it's the best part of the story. To be honest, this is the first time I've heard of a flying criminal. What do you think about this witness's testimony, Mr. Wright? His eyes are playing tricks? It's obvious that the witness's eyes are playing tricks on him. Don't be such a fool. What in the world do you think I would mistake that jerk for? Jeez, I didn't say you were lying. Wow, he looks really serious right now. More serious than he's looked all day. I suppose I will let you all in on my thinking regarding this matter. The criminal disappeared into the sky. I'd love to believe that. But I just can't wrap my head around how that could actually happen. You imbecile! If you disregard a need for proof, Miss Von Karma's case is sound. However, I've got the feeling that this case is in dire need of more investigation. Thus, I will conclude today's proceedings at this point. It's an undisputed fact that the criminal left no footprints at the scene. Tomorrow, I want us to find out the reason behind this mystery of mysteries. I believe that's enough for today. Court is now in recess. Okay then. Hey sweeties, what in the world is going on? That's what I want to know. They say the criminal flew off into the air and disappeared. Max, I can't believe I'm asking this, but you didn't fly that night, did you? I know you didn't mean to ask me such a fabulously stupid question. I can't fly whenever I please, it's not that easy. But it looks so effortless for you on stage. It's not that simple, I'm not actually flying on stage. I use invisible wires and have them hoist me through the air. Wow, you just told me the secret to your magic. No! I broke the first rule, the cardinal rule, the only rule. I'm sorry, Max. I'm sorry you had to break a magician's creed to keep the magic trick secret. Nick, what do we do now? All we can do now is hope we find the flying criminal in court tomorrow. Great idea. Let's do our best and catch this sucker. Is it going to be the freaking acrobat swinging in on a trapeze to hit him? But then, also, what was the point of the ringmaster wearing the outfit? What is going on? I have no clue what's going on in this. I guess we'll just have to wait till next time to get more details, and hopefully there's a couple psych lock things I can do to get my health back up, because this is kind of BS. Whew. Yeah. This day of the trial. Well, no. I mean, the ventriloquist part was fine. This clown, though. Why? Whatever. So, yeah, thank you all for watching. Have a great day. See you next time for some more Let's Play Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Justice for All. This trial is just confusing me. Oh my god. Goodbye.